You ever have one of those days you feel totally wiped out, you've been running around all day, but when you look back, you can't really point to what you got done? It's that awful feeling of being super busy but not productive. Well, we're going to break down exactly how to escape that trap, starting right now.
It's this weird paradox, right? We're all juggling a million things. Emails, meetings, projects, life stuff. We're spread so thin. So why doesn't all that hustle add up to the big results we're looking for? Turns out the answer is surprisingly simple, and it's what's holding most of us back.
So the real bad guy here, the secret thief of our focus and energy, is something called context switching. Every single time you jump from one task to another, your brain has to slam on the brakes, shut down one program, and boot up a totally new one. And that, well, that costs us big time.
In fact, let's feel this for ourselves. It's super quick. First, just count out loud 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Easy. Now, say the letters A through E. A, B, C, D, E. Simple. Okay, now try to switch between them. Say 1, A, 2, B, 3, C. Go on, give it a shot. You feel that? That little hiccup in your brain?
That little moment of hesitation, that's the switching cost. Now imagine that tiny delay but multiplied by hundreds of times all day long as you bounce from an email to a report to a phone call, then back to the email. It is absolutely exhausting, and it's the very thing that keeps us busy but not effective.
And this, right here, this is the big mental shift we have to make. See, the goal is not to do the most things, it's to do what matters most. It's about swapping that endless, overwhelming to-do list for a short, super powerful success list. It is the difference between feeling completely frazzled and feeling truly on purpose.
Okay, so how do we actually do that? Well, the main idea in the one thing is kind of a mind bender. If you want to get extraordinary results, you have to go small. You have to shrink your focus, not expand it. The whole trick is finding that one right domino to push, and then letting momentum take over.
This quote just nails it. Think about it. A single, tiny action can kick off a chain reaction that results in something absolutely massive. And this isn't just some nice-sounding idea. It's actually based on a really powerful scientific principle.
And here's the kicker. It's not about one domino knocking over an identical one. Oh no. What scientists found is that a domino can topple another one that is 1.5 times its size. This means the progress isn't linear. It's geometric. The power just explodes.
Let's just see what this looks like in the real world. Imagine we start with one little domino. It's only 2 inches tall. Seems pretty harmless, right? But that tiny little push is all it takes to get this whole thing rolling.
Okay, so because of that crazy geometric growth, by the time we get to just the 18th domino in line, it would already be as tall as the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I mean, the growth is already insane, and we're really just getting warmed up here.
And this just shows the full, mind-blowing power. A few steps later, that 31st domino would be towering over Mount Everest. All of that power, all of that scale, from a 2-inch block. It's a result that's kind of hard to even wrap your head around.
So the lesson here is huge. Getting big results isn't about trying to do 100 things at once. It's about doing the right one thing, and then the next right thing, and the one after that. It's sequential. You line them up, and you knock down the first one.
All right, so that's the why. That's the incredible power of the domino effect. But how do you find your lead domino? How in the world do you figure out what that first, most important thing actually is? Well, there's a tool for that, a very specific one.
And here it is, the focusing question. Seriously, just take a second and let that sink in. This one question is designed to cut through all the noise, all the clutter, and point you straight to the action that's going to give you the most leverage.
Let's just pull this apart for a second to see why it's so brilliant. The one thing, that forces you to pick just one thing. No cheating. I can do. That pushes you toward action, not just dreaming. And the last part, the real magic, such that by doing it, everything else will be easier or unnecessary. That's the filter. It makes sure you're picking the lead domino that makes the other ones fall.
So how do we make this a real habit? How do we take this amazing question and actually use it to chop down that massive, scary list of things we think we need to do every day?
It all starts with the 80-20 principle. We've probably heard of it. It basically says that a small chunk of your effort, about 20%, creates most of your results, about 80%. So you look at your giant to-do list and you ask the focusing question. That helps you find the vital 20%. Bam! That's your new success list. But you don't stop.
You apply the question to that list and keep going until you've boiled it all down to the one thing that matters most, right now. Now, knowing your one thing is a massive step forward. But let's be real, it's not enough. To make it actually happen, you have to protect it. You have to give it an appointment on your calendar. And that's where time blocking comes in. Check this out. There was this incredible study done. One group was just told to exercise. About 38% did. Another group was given all the motivational reasons why they should exercise, and their success rate actually went down. But then there was a third group. All they did was write down when and where they were going to exercise. Their success rate? 91%. 91! Just by making an appointment with yourself, you nearly triple your chance of success.
So what do you put on the calendar? Well, there are 3 priorities. And number 1 is another one of those counterintuitive gems. Block your time off first. Your vacations, your evenings, your weekends, you protect that time to prevent burnout. Then, you block a big, can't-be-moved chunk of time for your one thing. Finally, you block a little bit of time each week just to plan and make sure you're still on track.
And this quote is such a powerful way to think about why protecting our time is so crucial. Think about it. Work is important, but it's like a rubber ball. If you drop it, it'll probably bounce back. But those other things, your family, your health, your friends, your integrity, those are made of glass. If you drop one of them, they don't bounce. They can shatter. And that's why we have to guard that time so fiercely.
So I'll leave you with that focusing question one last time, but this one's for you. Forget about the 1,000 things you could do. Right now, what is the one thing, that single lead domino that you can push on that will start a chain reaction and get you the results you really truly want?